What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner ukulele tutorial for Dynamite by BTS. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know down in the comments below what other songs by BTS that you want to learn on ukulele. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Dynamite on ukulele is that we're going to need a capo on 2nd fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing that you want to know for Dynamite is the structure of this song. We're going to start out with a verse, then go to pre-chorus, then chorus, then verse, pre-chorus, chorus again. Then we're going to have a bridge, and we're going to finish up this song with one last special chorus. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into Dynamite is the 4 chords that you need to play this song. The first one is B minor 7. The next one is E minor 7. The next one is A7. And the last one is D sus2. And I'll have chord charts for all of those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Dynamite. Guys, I taught Dynamite on guitar a couple of weeks ago when this song very first came out, and I love this one. It's such a fun song to jam on. This is probably one of my favorite K-pop songs so far, and definitely one of my favorite ones that I've taught. I'm so stoked to share it with you guys. It's a great song for beginner ukulele players. So with that in mind, this song is really cool because it actually just has one chord progression that repeats through the whole entire song. Really, the only thing that we're going to change up is what we're doing for our strum pattern. So with that in mind, first let's take a look at the chord progression that's going to repeat all the way through Dynamite. Our chord progression for Dynamite is going to be B minor 7, E minor 7, A7, and D sus2. Repeated through the whole entire song, start to finish. The only thing that's going to change up, again, is going to be what we're doing for strum pattern, depending on where we're at in the song. So, the first strum pattern that we're going to take a look at is the one that we're using for our verses and our pre-choruses. So, using our B minor 7 as our example here for this first strum pattern, this is what we're going to be doing for all of our verse and pre-chorus chords. This is going to be the strum pattern for each chord. We're going to strum down, up, down, down. Just about like that, or a little closer to full speed, down, up, down, down. Just about like that for each chord, for all of the chords in our verse and our pre-chorus. So a little walkthrough of our chord progression with that verse and pre-chorus strum pattern will look about like this. We'll start with our B minor 7, and we'll go down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Just like that, and that's going to repeat through all of our verses and our pre-chorus. So guys, a couple of times through our chord progression with that verse and pre-chorus strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. And from there, guys, we're into what's being played for our choruses and for our bridge. And a quick note, this does not include the last chorus. We're going to get to that in just a minute. So this is the first 2 choruses and the bridge. So for this, again, we have the same chord progression through the whole song. That chord progression one more time is going to be B minor 7, E minor 7, A7, and D sus2. Same chord progression we were just using, but you may notice that there's some stars next to certain chords there. And again, that has to do with what we're doing for our strum pattern, because our strum pattern does switch up in the choruses and the bridge. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a different strum pattern for the non-starred chords and a different strum pattern for the starred chords. That sounds a lot more complicated than it is. Don't be too intimidated. So what we're going to be doing for strum pattern with this is actually we're going to have the same strum pattern we used for our verses and our pre-choruses, but we're going to split it up between the non-starred chords and the starred chords. So let's walk through this chord by chord. We'll start with our B minor 7. For all of our non-starred chords, B minor 7 included, we're just going to do a single down strum. So literally just like that, and then we're on to the next chord. From there, again, E minor 7 there, that's a starred chord. So that is going to get the entire rest of that pattern that we use for our verses and our pre-choruses. So up, up, down, down. Just like that. On to the next chord. We're going to go to A7 here. For A7, that's a non-starred chord, so we're going to get a single down strum for that one. And then from there, we're on to D sus2, and D sus2 is a starred chord, so again, that gets up, up, down, down. Just like that. So, like I said, guys, all we're doing there is just dividing up that same strum pattern that we used for our verses and our pre-choruses. We're just pretty much dividing it, not quite in half, but maybe quite in like a third. And we just split that up between the non-starred chords and the starred chords. Other than that, it's pretty much exactly the same. All we're doing is just splitting up that strum pattern. So with that in mind, guys, a little walkthrough of our chord progression with this chorus and bridge strum pattern will look about like this. We'll start with our B minor 7. We're going to go down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, down. Again, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Just like that, repeated through all of our choruses and for our bridge. Except for that last chorus, again, we'll get there in just a minute. So, guys, with that in mind, a couple of times through the chorus and bridge chord progression with that chorus and bridge strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. And finally, guys, that is going to bring us to the last chorus of the song. Now, if you remember from the structure, this is the chorus that had the little star next to it at the very end of our song. The reason that chorus had a star next to it is because this last chorus involves a key change. Now, that sounds super complicated if you've never done a key change before. It's actually a lot easier than it sounds. All we're going to do is after we play the bridge, we're going to grab our capo real quick and we're going to move it from 2nd fret to 4th fret. That's it. That's the only thing that changes. And the chord progression and strum pattern that we played for our choruses actually stays the same. So we're going to play the same thing that we played in all of our other choruses. We're just going to do it with a capo on 4th instead of on 2nd. So a real quick refresher of what we just played for our choruses. Again, only difference here is that we've got a capo on 4th instead of 2nd. Chord progression is going to be B minor 7, E minor 7, A7, and D sus2. Just like that, repeated all the way through this chorus, same exact chord progression we were using before, and then same strum pattern here with the non-starred chords and the starred chords. We're going to go down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Just like that. The same thing we just played for our other choruses. All that changes is that capo moves up to 4th fret. So I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this because it literally is exactly the same thing. All we're doing is changing the capo. But a couple of times through this very last chorus with the key change and the capo moved up to the 4th fret will look about like this without me talking. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Dynamite on ukulele. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 800 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what songs I'm jamming on, where I'm traveling right now, or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. And lastly guys, if you want to support the channel and get your name in the credits at the end of each new guitar or ukulele tutorial, you can hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below as well. Guys, Dynamite is such a cool song. I've had a lot of fun jamming on this song on guitar and ukulele since it first came out. I made a guitar lesson for this song pretty much right away when this song first came out because I knew it would be a super fun one, and I got a ton of requests to teach us on ukulele as well. So I'm really stoked to share this one with you guys because I did get a lot of requests to teach us on uke. And I've been jamming on uke a lot lately too, so it's a really fun one, and just it really incorporates well with uke actually. I like the way that this one feels on ukulele, and it's still a very beginner friendly song on uke just like it is on guitar as well. It's a lot of fun to play. It really is just that one chord progression through the whole song. All we're gonna do is just kind of switch up the timing and switch up our strum patterns a couple of times depending on where you're at in the song. So guys, I had a lot of fun learning this song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning it as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.